Coming up, it's a rematch of Super Bowl 16 and 23. There's no Joe Montana, no Boomer Esiason, but we've got rising stars in Trey Lance and Joe Burrow. It's headed your way next on EA Sports.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. Brandon Wilson to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right? Absolutely. Whether it's a sub-package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can...
a leap, and he will make the catch. And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Eric Armstead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow, only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
In his own end zone, it's Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now a play fake. Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off of play action, here's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Now Lance again. While the training staff works on him. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Wilson now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he will find his man Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. And back to the air on second down. It's Lance. Again looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On play action, Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Burrow will throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Javon Kinlaw forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, wide open. open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Lance looking to throw it. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out? And got his man complete! And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the one interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
Don't take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. 154. 154.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down on the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Oh, good move. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance now on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So and just like that, on we head to half number 2.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. And Lance now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And now they're in the hurry up. 2nd down and goal. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the...
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second down, here's Mostert again. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On third down, here comes Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Mostert, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And some strong running. Mixon with a first down and more. The solid stiff arm. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll just get rid of it. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Sam Hubbard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance rolling to his right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Keep playing hard.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.